my brother Oscar Lopez Rivera spent 12.5 years. There is no prisoner in the United States who has ever been 12.5 years in a behavioral modification unit. What was that? They would place you in a small cell with the lights on 24/7, all one color. You are not able to have any contact with any human being. And this was supposed to deprive you of any sensory. It was sensory deprivation. I really want you to imagine what that means 24/7. And it was, you could not have visits, contact visits. The guards could not, the food was put through a hole in the cell. I mean, this is what Oscar lived. Then they decided they were going to do it, obviously, to some of the women. And one of them was Alejandrina Torres. Now, Alejandrina Torres was sent to Lexington, Kentucky. In a prison that was created for them. I mean, the prison was there, but this particular unit was inside the prison, just like the one at Marion, Illinois. I want to say that Nancy Kirshen and Steve Whitman created a movement that led to the closing of control units in the United States. It was a movement that we led and were part of. I want you to know that. And I think because of that, we were able, I would say that Alejandrina is here alive because we were able to close that control. I went to visit Alejandrina in prison. And when I went there, it was one of the most horrific experiences that I had. When I went to embrace Alejandrina, I was embracing a skeleton. This is the kind of treatment that Alejandrina was getting in this prison. And for me, my thought is, how can I leave her here with my conscience? But despite all of that, one of the things that you notice in every Puerto Rican political prisoner that I went to visit, from Rafael Cárcel Miranda to Lolita Lebron and all the nationals, and all of the political prisoners thereafter, there was this sense of commitment that they brought joy to you in the middle of a visit. They brought joy to you. And this is something that again speaks to the spirit of resilience and resistance. And for me, I left that space again, despite how horrible I saw Alejandrina, her smile, her demeanor, her amazing spirit of resistance just literally motivated us to continue that struggle that finally led, they were going to build a women's prison in Mariana, Florida, right? And we were able to stop it. And so, Alejandra, whatever you want to say about that experience, or anything that you want to say about, because this is an amazing family. I mean, you're talking about Reverend Jose Torres, you're talking about Carlos Alberto, you're talking about Aide Beltran, you're talking about a family that, I mean, we have Maria here, the granddaughter. This young girl grew up in the midst of all that. Nitsa, who was incredibly involved in that period, and some of the things that Nitsa did, no one needs to know about, but I want to say she brought the evidence out of the FBI building because we were able to get that letter that the U.S. attorney was sending to President Reagan to allow to pardon Freddie Mendes. And she was part of that with her father, okay? But this is the kind of family that this is. And again, an amazing chapter of our history is there. So, Alejandra, anything you want to say, whatever you think people want to hear, it's up to you.
No, I just want to say to finish, by the way, thank you so much, because you were my daughter was one of the students.
Yeah!
Well, I was in prison.